Firstly, as you how the squad looking ahead of the trip to Rotherham, sort of fitness wise?
Yeah, we've lost Finlay. He won't be involved. His ankle's still sore, so taking 21 up, one of them will have to miss out because you can have 9 subs for this competition. So I'll do some thinking on the bus on the way up. But there we go.
Do you have Ryan Tafazoli back and available?
No, not at the moment, no.
Is he sort of fairly close, or?
Fairly close, but not close enough.
I guess there are a couple of things that make this a little bit different in terms of, one, you've got 9 subs, and 2, you've got the possibility of extra time and penalties. So do either of those things have much of an impact on how you approach or prepare for the game?
Yeah, it does a little bit, because I'm going to have somebody on the bench who's only had 30 minutes or 45 minutes because of the other injuries that we've got. So, yes, it does, because if it does go, for example, Billy Kirkman, if I started him and he had to carry on and he had to play because Finn's not fit, is that right? Should he be sub? Could he? I'd have to put him on with only 30 minutes to go, because there might be another 30, so he can only do 60. So it's all about that, and people are sat at home thinking what are they all talking about, but it all adds up for me, but it probably don't mean anything to you. So with me feeling so ill, I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. Let's just get on with the next question.
But there is very much that challenge of using the squad and managing people's minutes while they get back.
We're going to try and win a game. You've got to get, I left Aaron Drennan out, and I wish I hadn't now, because I think he could have scored 2 or 3 or 4 maybe the other evening. So that's I expected my team to be able to beat them, and unfortunately we didn't. So I got to carry the can for that. I'm glad he's not injured, but this is what happens. And now we're in another cup competition, which is a famous cup. It's a fantastic cup. It's a brilliant competition, and we haven't done well in it. So let's see if we can win a game.
How do you assess Rotherham? How do you assess the kind of gap generally between League One and League Two at this point?
Well, we're taking Rotherham on a brilliant vein of form. First time they've won 4 in a row for a while, and here we go. This is what happens. It's a great test for us. Got some wonderful footballers. We've looked at their style and what they do. Cause you all sorts of problems. So, and statistically, they're completely brilliant at set plays, and second in the league at what they do and how well they do it. So we got a really tough game on our hands, and just looking forward to it. To be honest, I'd rather it be here, and however today's gone for me, it ain't feeling good. It's not right. I'm getting the dreaded lurgy, whatever's out there. Somebody's given it to me, and honestly, I feel like someone's warmed me up in a microwave, and I should be in the dog poo bin. To be honest, that's exactly how bad I feel, but there we go.
You're going to be all right? You're going to make it out?
Who knows? I have I don't really care at the minute. I've watched training, I've said what I've needed to say, I've done what I needed to do. I just got to go home and lie down. It's absolute man flu. It must be man flu. Sorry, lads out there, but our ladies are right. Yeah, we can't cope with anything. That's the next question.
You're sort of quite encouraged by the performance on Tuesday. What sort of particular bits did you see that you need to take into future games and can get you back to where you were earlier in the season?
Well, our high press, not allowing anyone to try and play and pass through us. In fairness to West Ham, I thought their counter-attacking was excellent. They've scored all 3 goals from it. So that's given me something else to talk about with the lads. We need to make 2v1, if we could, where someone deals with that and forces him to try and beat them rather than let them do these jiggly bits, which they did. So, you're always learning. But the vast majority of that game, I saw my team's DNA. I saw how we pinned teams in, how we worked the sides and played through people and got it down. The goals showed that. How we missed some of the chances we missed, I do not know. But that happens. And again, I didn't put my strongest strikers on the bench. So, no Ollie Palmer and no Aaron Drinnan. So it's down to me. But I thought the overall performance was one that pleased me. There was one or two bits and pieces in the first half that we could have moved and done better. But without the ball, we were the best we've been for a while. And then with it later on in the second half, particularly pleased with the ones who came back in, who wanted to show me that they're fresh and they're ready and they're fit. Billy Kirkman and Bawley, and I moved Joe Snowden higher up, and I was delighted with it, really. I'm just devastated we didn't at least get a draw and go to penalties, because I felt we deserved that. But fair play to their finishing. They made the most of their chances they created, and my goalie made 2 brilliant saves as well on top of that. So it was a very good night, all in, because we got to get back to doing what we've been doing well.
It felt like for the second half you seemed to make a lot more, like perhaps forward passes compared to some games where you've talked about passing it back too much. You're sort of getting it down the sides of them. Is that fair? Is that something you're looking at?
That's exactly, yeah. Well done for spotting it, yeah. But it's all about where you're going to put it and how you're going to get it there that matters. And we had a couple of problems with a couple of weeks ago when we drew 2-2 at home with Notts County, where we felt that when we went back to our goalie, we could have done 1 or 2 different things to give us a little bit more control, and we're trying to do that all the time now, which is totally wrong. So they've taken us literally, so hence we're not looking forward enough, and we're a front foot, forward-thinking, forward-playing team. But on the floor, we either play it through them or outside them or over them. So, that's what I want us to continue, particularly. And once you haven't got it, you put all of them under pressure. You don't give them free passes to go back to their goalie. And, in the last league home game, we drew 0-0. And their centre-half passed it back to the goalie passed it back to another centre-half, and then that player passed it into midfield, and then he got it back again, and nobody had pressed him. I was absolutely fuming. To give 1 pass away free is just about allowable, but not 3, 4, 5. Absolutely fuming. So whatever their take on whatever they thought we said, I've let them know completely that I don't want that. I want to see my team look like I played, which was, if you got it, I'm going to be all over you like a bad rash. I don't want to do that now because you might get ill, but never mind.
And last one, how much pressure has Powell Baxel put on for a starting place with his kind of couple of goals in midweek?
That's what I pay him to do, score goals. I'm not under any pressure to be in the team or pick a team. He's got to keep pleasing me, and it looks like he's trying to do that. Let's just get this straight. They got to please me. I haven't got. That ain't pressure. If I got players playing well, then that's what I'm expecting. I'm paying them for, because I pay them whether I pick them or whether I don't. So shut your face and get out there and play well.
Fingers crossed they do.
Let's hope so.
How different does this game feel from the special? We've had quite a few games where teams go out to try and stop you, but obviously Rotherham will probably come into this one expecting to be the ones who need to be stopped.
I wish we were on a 4-winning match run, because it feels great. We were only there a couple of weeks ago, and it don't feel anything like that. It feels like we've never had that, So that's where they'll be buoyant. Will he pick the same team? Will he stick with that team? You don't know. Who knows? But the FA Cup is a fantastic chance to play against some of the best teams in the world, and also get to Wembley. So, it's about us going to their ground and doing our club proud, which is work as hard as they normally do, work their defence as hard as we normally do, and try and score some goals and score 1 more than they do. It wouldn't have to be good fun if we can do that. So that's what it's all about, and I'm sure our lads are learning from the period that we're not winning in, and we have to look at why that is and get back to doing it. So what a great opportunity against somebody who'll be probably expected to win rather than us.
It's pretty clear that you're very focused on getting promotion this year. How big of a onus are you placing on doing well in the FA Cup as well?
It all crosses over. You have to be consistent. You have to work hard. You have to believe in what you're doing. And in a minute, we're trying to deal with the fact that we've got such a severe blow of losing 4-0 away, still hanging over us. It's ridiculous. Just get on with it. We ended up with 9 men, for Christ's sake. Just get on with it. So it would be nice to have some consistency in the cup and in the league, but it's all about who's fit and who isn't, who's out and who isn't, who can play and who can't. And if you look at Man City, without Rodri for God knows how long, look at what one change can do to anybody's rhythm and things, you know. So we lost Danny Butterworth. We lost Ollie for 1 game after that game against Accrington. So it all disrupts. We've lost Tafazoli ever since. So, you know, these are the things that you've got to navigate throughout the course of a season. The strength of your squad shows that, and the strength of the competitions that you're in and the strength of the team that you put out shows whether you got any injuries or suspensions or not. So it can be very difficult when you've got so many in one position and not quite the balance in the others, you know. So it's always going to be a test.
On that, with not having Finley and Billy probably not able to play the full 90, how big of a conundrum is that position?
Yeah, certainly is. Great word, conundrum. Haven't been used for a while. Hey, have to look that one up. I know what it means, but it's a strange word. Well done, Joe. Bit of a conundrum, yeah. Wow. There'll be people Googling that, mate. Some of these young Herberts. What? Never heard anybody say that. Yeah, it's a challenge, isn't it? Everything's a challenge. Who's going to go there? Someone might have to play out of position. You know. We'll see. I was expecting Finley to be fit today. So, yet another kick in the teeth. But my teeth are still there.